kicked out of Drewby's series, and now Drewby was kicked out of Catz series. So I honestly don't know what's going on with that. Maybe we can find out later, but we'll see. In any case, Hashe going to be starting here in the top right as the pink Terran going to have Catz change colors on me and go for the orange Zerg in the bottom left. So we're going to update the colors for you guys to reflect the change. And again, you know, the key to winning this obviously is going to be to stop that 2 ranks all in, as you know, type setup. Obviously, you know, Hashe has not done an all in sort, but has preferred to go for the 2 ranks fast expand instead. And 3 drones coming off the line, 4 drones coming out. So Cat's going to be pretty much going up to stop this racks from being produced. Now we did see this on game number 1, as I recall. And he's going to try to stop this barracks from being thrown down. He actually did a really good job of it last time.
Oh yeah, I mean, obviously, you know, if Catz gets his way, I mean, this is one of his fun early openings to slow things down, or, you know, proxy hatch in there, start producing units. There's all kinds of things he does.
4 come off the line. And he needs to try to focus fire these down, try to change targets as well. There we go. Nice control. Going to try to just keep these alive long enough. There goes 1. Going to try to go for 2. And some of these drones are running. But a lot of these SCVs are hurt. And a first one being pulled off the line.
Oh, they are so close to done. Now he should start trying to repair them real quick. Gonna lose 1 drone. There goes 2 drones. So
2 for 2.
Didn't quite get the react that he wanted, but...
Well, he traded 2 for 2, so yeah, 13 to 11. Looking at losses, yeah, 2 for 2 trade, so not too bad. Didn't stall the barracks for as long as he wanted, but that wall off isn't there. It's going to force this barracks to move over, so he can wall off, which is, you know, delayed time on that marine popping. And we are seeing a refinery immediately thrown down, so going for a little bit more classic style play up. Hatchery has been thrown down as well. And no spawning pool just yet.
I was just checking to make sure the sound. Obviously, people started
saying
that. I'm check.
Gonna have to talk to Justin TV with that, because that's obviously one of their. Unfortunately, guys, Justin TV did some server upgrades, and I think it may have screwed some things up. So I apologize in advance, but that is kind of one of those things that's beyond our control. So in any case, I'm gonna continue onward. But Extractor going out to going for some speedlings, or at least potentially going for a fast Roach Warren as well. We'll see what Catz decides to do. Factory on its way, so going more of a 1-on-1 build. And we may actually see Banshees for the first time tonight. I've been waiting for it.
Yeah, I mean, it would be very effective against Catz. He hasn't really done anything to counter that type of play, so...
Not at all. I mean, you know, outside of 2 queens trying to block it out, but, you know, with no creep tumors, this is going to be somewhat, it would be effective anyways, just because the queens would be so slow to react. So we'll see what's going on here. We'll see what he does decide to do. For the most part, we've been seeing Thors, Hellions, and tanks. And going for an expansion with Hellions, so...
Just going to try and pick off those lings as they run away, so going to save the SCV just barely. Going to put him back to work when he walks back into his base.
There is the starport coming in. But, I mean, look at the difference. Lings are just now being produced pretty much. You have speed on the way, and Hashe is already working on an expansion and a starport. So, definitely kind of behind. And Catz has actually stopped mining gas.
Kind of surprising for Catz. I mean, usually when he does that 4 drone thing like that, when he goes in the beginning, it doesn't really set him back. But it, based upon like what you're saying there, it does seem that he may have possibly just been a little careless back at home when he was doing that with all the micros. So,
well, 10 lings on the way, but you know, I mean, if, and that's a big if, obviously, but we are seeing, yeah, we are going to see a Banshee tech. From Hashe. I was going to say, if we see Banshees, that's going to be a huge deal. And, you know, obviously no creep tumors means that the main base and the natural are not going to be connected by creeps. These queens are not going to be able to transition very quickly, which means they're going to be easy targets, easy pickings for two banshees. If they show up, there is one banshee on the way. Siege tank's also on the way, so going very gas heavy. I'll see if he can keep up with this. Obviously not going to skip out on Cloak just to get more units out. And we'll see what's going on. But 2 more racks is coming into play. Going to be getting more Marines coming. Trying to spend some of those minerals at the same time. Lair Tech on the way. And looking over at economy, 35 to 27. So at least Catz has the economical lead right now. But that could very easily change once he starts sending these banshees down. He's actually just going to send the one out and not actually produce another one. He's going to go for tanks rather than more banshees. I'm kind of surprised by that one.
Well, it's probably going to help in the end. I mean, Catz did see the starport at some point, so he is getting spore crawlers and stuff to counter any kind of banshee antics. So they're really not going to be too effective unless he throws them in with his regular army. So,
and this is true. Yeah, he does have one pretty well centered here. So, and he's wow. So Catz, for the first time in this series, is going to go for creep tumors. Pretty much, we have not seen him put down a single creep tumor tonight. He's opted for Overlord creep instead, but he's actually throwing down multiple creep tumors. Banshee actually going to come in here, pick off a couple links, stop this goal from being brought down. And now Queen's going to be moving up. And Queen's
just
off
going to take
the
away his
creep.
vision there on the Zeldaga. Yeah, Queen's not sure why they're not going to catch anything there, so got to expand those creep tumors a little bit more for the Queens could be out there to cover the Zeldagas, but
you know, Stimpack being worked on, but Spire on the way for Catz, so looks like we're going to be seeing a Mutiling combination coming in, which would actually be really effective against Hashe right now, as he has unstemmed and uncombat shielded Marines. So if he can get the economy going with it, which he still has, it's going to be super effective. Actually going for a third right now to help improve that even more.
yeah, that Banshee's getting slowly taken down by that Queen. It's actually Queen's just barely going to lose that engagement.
Mm-hmm. What's really sad about that is if the second Queen had gotten up there 1 second sooner, transfuse would have happened, and that would not have transpired. So all about the timing. He's going to throw down another creep tumor. And Banshee should be going back to get repaired up. Probably going to get sent back in. And wow, Hashe going to be pushing out here. So
just kind of rolling through here. I mean, he's going to go in with these siege tanks and just kind of try and set up somewhere and siege the heck out of everything that he sees. So going to see how far he can get in. As long as he deploys them before the Zergling army comes in, he should be fine.
well, nice forward scans going out, though. I mean, trying to make sure that there's nothing waiting for him, but at the same time, able to pick off these creep tumors that had not even finished yet. But there is the Mutiling showing up. Siege Tank's going to try to pick the Lings up. Marine's going to try to take down the Mutas. Isn't going to happen.
Not enough Marines to counter that, so he's going to just... Unless he doesn't micro them right. Yeah, there they go. Just barely going to have enough to take him out. So Siege Tank's going to start running.
And Siege Tank's actually in that crucial transition period, so they were actually not able to move out of the way. Lane's going to be able to make easy targets of these. And that is a lot of resources lost, and Muta's going to just head on up. Marine's stemming back down. Medevac gets picked. And waste of stem.
Yeah, he just he let that army stick around too long. I mean, he must have thought he had enough Marines to counter the Lings on the ground and the Mutas in the air, but it just wasn't enough. So he's definitely a horrible engagement as far as Hashe is concerned. Now Cat's going to be looking to take the gold here, also taking his third, so he's doing his hyper expand.
Oh, Mutas can get up here and stop this missile turret from being thrown down. Yeah, there we go.
Gonna cut it off and have fun in his base.
Yeah, 12 Mutas are out, but only 10 are up there, so he's gonna have to back off for the time being. You can see that he did take some severe damage on a couple of these Mutas, so he needs to be careful of that. There are missile turrets up in the middle line, so this is gonna be a little bit harder to deal with. He does have 12 up there now, at least making their way there, and going to be trying to go back in. But there are a lot of Marines, not enough medevacs though, and without combat shields, it's going to be a little bit hard to deal with. He should be able to take these down. And there is the stim pack, and that is where the HP is going to come into play. But you can see that that stim, more Marines. There's the combat shields finally done. Stim pack is finished, obviously, so he's going to be able to get this out. So Mutas will have to be forced to backtrack, at least for the time being. Looking over at losses, 3275 to 3650. So Catz staying ahead of the game there. Definitely doing a lot of damage to these Marines.
Yeah, I mean, now that he's sitting on 4 bases, one of them being the gold, I mean, it's just Hashe's he's got to either expand or somehow break that gold at least if he wants to stay in this. I mean, he's got the command center done. He wants to go somewhere with it. He just doesn't have the map control to do it right now. I mean, he's unsieging the siege tanks. Obviously, going to start moving out now because he knows he's got to move that command center and do something.
Yeah.
Muta's just kind of hanging out here, just going to be doing hit and run, see what's going on, sees the whole army, sees the command center moving in.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Catz knows that, and if he can get this creep spread, he's
just gonna get rid of it. But that was a forced scan there. I mean, he saw the creep and he's like, I need that. So he really didn't have much of a choice there. He had to get rid of the creep tumor.
Yeah, here comes the Lings coming in here, trying to. There we go. Wow, gets just enough damage going that the siege tanks take out those Marines, and actually helps the Mutas gain forward momentum. Tanks now forcing to rush back. More Marines coming down. Stimpack gets killed off a little bit too early, and the Mutas will get away for the second time. More Mutas on the way. 34 Lings being queued up, and now it is going to be a numbers game. Looking at army size 109 to 157. So much mobility being put on the board by Catz. You can actually see him. He's actually just going right around, going for the main base. He does have.
Here comes all those Mutas, just going to go
21
tear apart
that
three
pack.
reinforcements.
Yeah, which means these missile turrets are not going to do any good. Just going to get picked apart, and SCV is going to get cleaned up, and this is going to head for a GG if Hashe does not come back and clean this up.
That'll be it, really. I mean, there's...
The fly block is going to be setting in here shortly. Marines are stimming in to try to cut off some of the damage, but a lot has been
this
done.
is over. There's no way.